front things. There's approximately a 6-foot high. The building sits on concrete and earth, 6 feet above the pavement level, and there's stairs and bollards for foot access, but it's deliberately designed, as all buildings are at this point, to prevent ram-raided truck bombs. That has happened far too often, and they've just incorporated standard architectural security.
All right, yeah, that's fair. But yeah, I
Hey,
think
Turkish,
we
I
just
got a
have to go
question for you.
smashy.
What do you need?
So what happens if you walk into that barrier?
All my spells pop, and I probably go unconscious.
When you say spells pop, like, what do you mean?
The spells I have quickened on me, which is a lot.
So mechanically, you lose a lot of cards.
Mechanically, I lose.
Turkish does not go unconscious.
No, but I do
Turkish does
lose
not,
8 karma worth of spells.
Because Turkish does not disrupt.
Yeah. But I do lose 8 karma worth of spells.
So yeah, that's not worth it.
Well,
About to say I was gonna like just shove you in there, slap a stim patch on you, and we can go. But
you could always generate some. You could always crash a spirit into it. That would disrupt both the spirit and the mana barrier, and then you've got 3 seconds to get through.
Yeah, that's a plan. It would also get me some of the bad rep with spirits thing, I imagine.
Technically, no. It doesn't actually generate spirit count, whatever it is.
Yeah. Is that even tracked on the net? I'm not sure how that works.
It is,
actually.
but it's so hard to get that it's just bah.
Yeah, okay.
It's actually really hard to get.
So, 3 seconds. That's a full combat turn to enter and a full combat turn to leave again.
Yeah.
Well, a full combat turn to enter and then summon another spirit. Okay, that might work. That might work.
How about you summon a very high force spirit for the combat, and then a small force one? The small force one gets us in. The big force one smashes stuff when we're inside and gets us out.
That is an option. There's also the fact that I recently upped my magic, so I'm going to need to re-quicken all my spells eventually.
Well, see, here's the thing. You're going to want a big enough spirit to make the barrier become disrupted. But if the spirit does disrupt the barrier, the spirit itself is not disrupted. It's one or the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So a sufficiently fuck-off spirit with a post-staged attack could do it conceivably.
Spirits don't... This isn't attack. Okay, you could try to have the spirit attack it. Yeah, sure. Also, the spirit can't actually use edge.
It can use my edge explicitly.
Yeah, okay, cool. So, what are you guys going to do?
Okay, so how will that spirit disruption thing? I just ram the spirit into it and then I get 3 seconds to run in? Is that the...
Essentially, you just tell the spirit to shoulder charge the barrier. I mean, this is different to having the spirit punch the barrier. It just, tries and rams into the barrier.
And then either the spirit or the barrier is disrupted.
Yep.
Thing is, I need quite the fuck-off spirit before the spirit actually wins that with a Force 8 charged ward.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to bind it. You can just summon it. Summoning
Sure.
is significantly easier.
Sure, but we're talking like a Force 10 spirit here. And that hurts to summon.
You got edge, you'll be fine. Everything's fine.
I got stim patches.
Stim patches can't heal drain.
Oh, that's right.
I mean, honestly, the spirit will do a lot of the magic stuff, so you don't need to be 100% explicitly.
True.
Either way, we're probably going to be doing this during the day, right?
Are we?
I would hope so, since that's when the less security is.
I don't know how to deal with laser tripwires and
The
whatnot.
sneaking test. But at night there's turrets and more guards, and the guards have assault rifles rather than submachine guns.
True enough. But
So-
broad daylight robberies are also, well, fuck
It's
it.
almost like the GM's reread Apocalypse World and is offering you a difficult choice.
My vote is for daytime assault.
Hey,
You know
broad
what?
daylight assault worked for the previous runner team. The fact that
It's
they wound
true.
up dead afterwards is completely irrelevant.
Yeah, it's true. So,
Also, I hate to just throw this out there because it seems like we're finally getting somewhere, but we did run into those shadow spirits, so we might as well assume that they know we're going to be coming.
yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so I think we have a plan. Force 13 spirit time. Preferably higher.
I'll go 10. I don't think I can go much higher without KOing myself.
I'm going to rest and try to gain some stun back.
Alright, you guys, if you went to sleep, woke up to get the drone's information, then going back to sleep, you can recover 1 point of edge and roll your stun recovery.
Can I roll my physical recovery?
Yes.
My van does have amenities medium.
Was that a yes or a no, Alien?
It was a yes.
Okay.
Oh, my
All right.
rolls.
All right. This seems like an excellent time to go and get my FBA.
Yes, you can
Oh, yes.
go and get your FBA. Sure.
All right.
And ballistic masks, please.
Yep.
Sure.
Well, FBA is Camp Seal. It's a full body suit.
Sure.
This is a terrible idea.
It's the only one we got.
What's the worst that can happen?
It's true. It is the worst thing that could happen. Yeah.
Yeah, I said you'd know it when the GM did evil GM laughter.
I mean, this is a 10 career, karmic career character, so I don't have much to lose.
Yeah. Turkish is only like 200 something karma and has tons of interesting IP. Nothing could go wrong. Though, to be fair, he also has 7 edge to burn.
Yeah, so. Right. What is everybody doing to prepare? You have this
Okay,
big
it's-
fuck off saw.
Well, step 1. Do you guys have FBA?
Full body, what?
Full body armor.
My full
No.
body armor is a van.
The van will not be sufficient here, I think. Well, are you coming in with us, or are you staying in the van?
I am staying in the van. I'm going to be unconscious.
Alrighty.
Okay, well, like I said, 10 karma career. Don't have much time for that yet. So just my 24 armor.
This is a terrible plan, and I'm still not sure why I'm going along with it. But hey.
Hey, worst case scenario, I drive off and get away.
Okay, so LVN, on a scale from 1 to 10, how much do you dislike the movement power?
About 15.
Okay, because it's kind of a big part of what Turkish does in combat, is the thing. But if you really hate it that much, I'll keep it away from now. But if it becomes a life-threatening situation, I'll pull up the movement power. Does that sound fair?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. So, it's morning, right?
It can indeed be morning.
Does anyone have anything else they need to do during the night?
I assume it's a little too late to buy an HMG.
You can attempt to buy an HMG. Sure.
Would anyone like to loan me money for an HMG?
I have the cash to float you. And well, how much is an HMG?
About 20,000 yen.
Yeah,
I
and
have
like,
that cash. I don't think I can actually buy you something that big without you paying it back.
I totally plan on playing it back.
Since the payout for this run is only 10,000, do you have another 10,000 in your pocket already?
I have 11,750.
So we could technically buy an HMG.
Yeah,
No, I want the big one.
yeah. I'm gonna say that you can't
I did
because
think
your options for getting paid at this point are actually quite up in the air.
Yeah.
Oh well.
This is where you buy contact with the "Can I borrow that" power.
Yes, it's a good power, and I never get it, and I always regret never getting it.
I dumped all my contact points into his wife
Nice,
for some reason.
nice.
But anyway, I think we need to summon a spirit.
We do. We need to do a couple of other things first that I'd like to do before the wind penalties kick in. Mr. Sam, you're getting another increased reflexes.
Yay!
I recommend drugs first.
Why not both?
Yes. Well, I'm gonna take drugs before we go into combat.
Sure, we'll drug up before we head in, but okay. That's another 2d6 plus 4 initiative.
Thank you.
Okay. Here comes the fun bit. If I fuck up the drain on this or the summoning on this, then I may actually need to burn 35 karma worth of edge.
It's fine. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it.
So let's summon ourselves. A nice force 10. Oh, what should we say? I'm thinking. I'm feeling a fire spirit. Actually, no. I have more dice with the man spirit, so we're
If
gonna
you're
go for the
going
man
to
spirit.
pre-edge it, don't use the macro because macro doesn't support pre-edging.
Yep.
If you're going to
I'm not gonna
reroll,
pre-edge.
okay, cool.
The reason I'm not going to pre-edge is quite simply that I may need the edge for the drain to not fucking die, because it will be physical.
Yeah, and you can only spend 1 point of edge, per action,
Yep.
and summoning is an
Yep.
action despite 2 rolls.
Yep. Okay, we're gonna go for a force 9 spirit. That means we have an equal amount of dice. Please God, work. Okay, so I take 1 P drain, and I will re-roll the summon on that.
You can do it.
Nice. So that's 3 services, and I take 1 physical drain.
It is 5 services.
So it is.
Yes.
And it's 1 optional power for every 3 force, right?
I suppose.
I don't like it when the GM is smiling this big and this wide.
How could you tell?
From your voice.
We can hear you smiling.
Yep.
Alright.
I recommend Fear. Fear is really freaking good.
Fear is really freaking good. So I'm just curious, have any of you guys heard about the Bellevue bombings?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Gentlemen, we may be making history here. So
I don't know, on an earlier run a while ago, I demolished a building. I had the runners demolish a building.
Yep.
It was hilarious. It fell over and squished 2 other buildings because they didn't check where the
Nice.
bombs were going.
Nice.
Yeah, okay.
This is why you hire professional bomb blowers up.
So, and innate spell. What sort of innate spell do we want on this guy? I'm feeling, well, all of those are limited. That sucks.
No
Well, fuck
AoE,
it. Let's
please.
I can't because all my AoEs are limited.
Good.
I'll be casting those myself.